So here we go with my first and second attempts of 20.1. On the left hand side in the orange shirt, that is my first attempt, and on the right hand side in the green shirt, this is my second attempt. So after doing the workout once, I quickly realized that I had to come up with a slightly better strategy because one, I didn't finish the workout, and two, I was pretty spent by the third round. High heart rate, breathing really heavy, and it was only 3 rounds in, so I definitely had to come up with a different strategy. And after watching my video and watching myself do 20.1 and then watching quite a few other people do theirs, I come up with the single strategy, so singles on the snatches, and a lot more controlled and methodical on the burpees, which you'll see throughout this video. They felt like I was doing exactly the same thing. I haven't actually watched the video as yet, so this is the first time that I'm seeing it. So already the one on the left's on my first attempt on my head, which is, I knew that was going to be the case because I was a little bit slower on the burpees and a little bit slower on the snatches as well, so I knew I was going to be a little bit behind, but I was towards the end. I was hoping that that's where I'd pick up a little bit more time, as in the first one I rested quite a bit, so I was able to make up, or hopefully make up some time there. So you can see on the right hand side of my second attempt, I was a lot more consistent with the burpees, very deliberate with all my movements, as opposed to the one on the left where I was sort of just doing whatever, just doing a burpee, not really thinking or concentrating on the actual movement itself, taking a lot more steps on that first attempt. I did watch a few of the strategy videos that other people have put out as well. The problem I find with most of the strategy videos, from especially like the top athletes, that they're 4 top athletes, so it's good to hear different types of strategies, but I found most of the ones were towards the top tier sort of athletes, where I'm quite obviously not near any of that, so coming up with my own strategy there I found to be the best option. And also watching people around sort of my fitness level as well, I found to be very helpful. So as we come towards the final rounds here, strategy wise, the second strategy was much better than the first, obviously. Overall, I wasn't as gassed in the earlier rounds. It wasn't until probably around 6-7 where I really start to breathe heavy, compared to the first attempt where I was struggling from the third round. I still could have cleaned up. I still have the ability to clean up a little bit more from the second attempt, especially on sort of round 8 and 9, where I'm stepping away from the bar, and there's also a few points where I rest a little bit as well, so just there, so I can definitely still room for improvement, which is good to know as well. These attempts were 3 days apart. So I did the one on the left on Friday and the one on the right on Monday, so 2 days apart. So I ended up, for the first attempt, had 9 complete rounds, 9 flat, and on the second attempt I got 9 rounds and 3 bar facing burpees. So overall pretty pleased with that, and we'll get it next time.